I love Chicago, man. Best city in the multiverse. And I'd have been to a lot of places. LA, New York, Miami, Madrid, Cartagena, Tokyo, Bangkok, Addis Ababa, uh, Nairobi, whole bunch of places. Nothing beats Chicago. I don't know if it's the culture, the vibes, the pizza, the popcorn, the traffic, the ale, even the corruption. Even all the bad stuff, Chicago's still top tier. Number one place you'll ever want to be. Included with that is the sports teams. They all top tier. Even summertime shy. Summertime shy is not just a few months in the summer. It ain't just that. It's a mindset. It's a state of mind. It's a winning mindset, and that goes all the way back to Jordan and them '90s Bulls. Two three-peats, back to back to back twice. Three peats in Chicago are synonymous. So I'm wondering right now, as I'm looking at March 5th and I'm checking the notifications I'm getting from NFL.com, and we're about what, less than a week out from the free agency period starting officially. I'm wondering if the GM of the Bears, Ryan Poles, is trying to run off his own kind of three-peat, trying to win three straight off-season championships. Don't think that's a thing? Well, you'll be wrong. Um, so the offseason for the Bears, it had a few shoes to drop in order for them to confidently go into next season looking like they was trying to rebuild. Oh, not rebuild, but build on last season's success. Division title, a few yards short of winning the divisional round against the Rams. I think we all figured that it was more of a win rather than an if of if DJ was going to get traded this offseason. And coming to today, it the movement on that wasn't as fervent as some other things that's been going on. Um, and largely cap number is the fact that the wide receiver, some other rooms that the Bears have that needs to be addressed as well. It all pointed to DJ being the guy that got traded before anybody else. So I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna also say that emphatically it had nothing to do with how the season ended. That was just poppycock, at least as far as I can tell. Now, so when the notification came through from Albert Breer that DJ was headed to Buffalo, I think all of Bears Nation was holding their breath about what are they gonna get back for DJ. A haul. What was the haul going to be? Now, I'm gonna say this: Ryan Poles, he's been a sucker before. He's been beaten in trades before, but this new Ryan, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt based on what he did last offseason. I was hoping he was gonna come back with a third. I wasn't gonna be mad if he came back with a fourth, but my man came back with a second, a second round pick. That's crazy. A second round pick for a guy coming off a 600-yard season with a cap number that's close to 30 million a year. That's that's unheard of. That's Svengali type stuff. That is wizardry, if you will. Shout out to Dr. Doom. Ryan did his big one there. I am proud of our general manager right there. No, and that's no shade to DJ Moore. DJ Moore is an excellent receiver. He's a great guy, but that's a win for the Bears if I ever saw one. That is an off-season W. Now, eh, going forward, the Bears got four picks in the top 90. Four. They can definitely make the roster stronger with a lot of top tier young talent in this draft. And it's a pretty good defensive draft, especially in areas that the Bears are kind of weak at. They can use the top talent to draft. They can use those picks to draft some more guys that can fill in some roles and be immediate um, playmakers. or they can use those picks and flip them for let's say Max Crosby or someone else. Someone else. I Max Crosby would definitely shake the room, but if they was to flip him for, let's say, a Kevin Thibodeau or somebody else like that, then that's still a win in my opinion. But if the Bears were able to do something like that, that would be a total total win. So I am interested to see what happens next in that regards. Checking out some of the live comments here. I've got my boy Tim Lyons checking in saying we got to make we got to make a cap room for Trey Henderson. No, sir. Well, I mean, I I like that. I like that you brought that up. If the Bears were not able to get Max Crosby, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You still got some other players. I think that's an excellent plan B. I think if you can't get Max, which and all the reports are saying that the Raiders are dead set on wanting to get a Michael Parsons type haul for him, 2 first and a player. I don't want the Bears to do that. I'm emphatic against that. I don't want the Bears to do that. I don't think Max Crosby at his age, at his salary, and coming off knee issues, 2 firsts and a player, you'll be paying for Max well past his effective date. That's drinking milk after the expiration date. Don't do that. Shout out to the Packers fans. Y'all do that all the time. Speaking of Packers fans, what's up, Joni? So if the Bears can't get Max and Trey Henderson's still out there, I'll take Trey. I'll take Trey on a 1 year, and I'll go get Bradley Chubb on a 1 year too. Let's rotate them in and out. No diddy. Let's go ahead and put a couple of staunch guys on opposite of Montez Sweat, and let's figure some things out. They'll be cheaper. You're not putting all your hopes on the one over I guess one over the hill guy. You spread some of the hopes out on a few over the hill guys. That's not a bad plan B in my opinion. Let's see. As far as DJ Moore is concerned, do I think this weakens the Bears passing game? Not at all. Not at all. I think the passing game is still I think it's still good. You got Luther Burton, you've got Roma Dunze, you've got Colston Loveland, and you still got some other players out there that are still going to still make some things happen. I think losing DJ out of the wide receiver room doesn't weaken the game whatsoever. I think it makes them. I don't think they take a step back. I don't think it makes them any better or any worse, anything like that. I do think this puts a very big onus on Roma Dunze to prove that he's a top 10 pick. Not to say that he hasn't. Not to say that he doesn't have that dog in him. But now, man, there is no more excuses as somebody else in your way for WR1. No more reasons why you cannot handle that business. I mean, that's just the truth of it. Luther Burden, he showed out towards the end of the season. I think he's ready to take another step forward with more added responsibility on his plate. Colson Loveland, he obviously led the team in receiving yards last season. So give him and Luther a full offseason as the guy. Well, in addition to Rome, I think it's an argument can be made the passing game could be better next season. And then there's the other thing. DJ Moore and Caleb Williams, they never really connected. They never really clicked. And I'm saying that is as DJ caught 2 game-winning passes this season. He's forever goated in that regards. I mean, 2 of the top 5? I mean, if you take it out of top 5, put it on the Mount Rushmore. I think as far as catches in Bears history or plays in Bears history, DJ Moore is he's in that conversation. So, but saying all that, him and Caleb just never was on the same page, and that manifested itself on the field. And on the sidelines. It just never looked like they were as symbiotic as DJ and Caleb's predecessor, Justin Fields were. So maybe this is a good thing all around for the Bears, DJ Moore, Caleb Williams. And speaking of DJ Moore, he's going into a situation where he is desperately needed. The Buffalo Bills, they need a WR1 in the best way. And DJ Moore is a WR1 in anybody's book. He goes over there where he's going to get fed touches and targets like he's never been fed before. Him and Josh Allen gonna make some good music. So I'm happy for him in that respect. Uh Let me see. I got another comment from Tim Lyons. Who's to blame, DJ or CW? There is no blame. There's no blame. It's just one of those things. It was a bad working. I'm not even say bad. I don't even want to put that out there. I don't think it was a bad working relationship. I just think there was a working relationship that, at least on the field, from uh, from our POV, it just didn't look like it didn't look as in sync as you would expect it to look. And that's I don't want to put any fault on. I don't think there's any fault for anybody, DJ or CW. I just think sometimes things just don't work out. I think that maybe Caleb wasn't the quarterback that DJ prefers, or and vice versa. That stuff happens. That stuff happens in sports. That stuff happens in all walks of life. You're just everybody is not meant to be connected with everybody else. It is what it is. But like I said, good luck to DJ and all he's got going on in Buffalo. I know he's gonna have a Pro Bowl season over there in Buffalo. I know it. And for the Bears, their offensive room, the wide receiver room, it's going to be just as good as it was last season. Shout out to Daniel Perry, everybody. So, uh, what now do they do with those four picks? That is the question that needs to be answered, and we shall see. You got free agency starting, like I said, in less than a week. You've got a lot of other shoes to drop. The big one, obviously, you had to clear DJ's cap number. I think there's no ways around that. Either he had to transform a lot of that into a bonus, or he had to get traded. Uh, what happened happened. So it is what it is. I think the next person up, Tremaine Edmonds. We talked in the last episode that there was a trade market for him, just like DJ. There's trade market for Tyson Bajer. There's trade market for Javon Dexter. So we'll see. We'll see who the next person out is. Those guys are all they're all. I'm a fan of all of them. As long as I'm a fan of all Bears, as long as they wearing Bears colors. So what happens next is to anybody's guess. So as of now, I think the Bears have cleared in the last 48 hours. The Bears have cleared close to $45 million off their cap responsibilities. They came into the offseason 10 over. And with the sudden retirement of Drew Dahlman and now the trade of DJ Moore, things are a lot more flexible. You got a lot more elbow room to make some moves. Now we got to figure out who's going to be the new center, who's going to be our left tackle instead of Ozzy Trapillo. What do we do with the linebackers? Is Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards out the door? What about what about DeAndre Swift? There's some arguments out there that say maybe his 7 million is a little bit too much for what we get out of him. I don't know. We shall see. But I am very excited about where the Bears are going right now. So DJ, say this one more time. Good luck. Good luck in Buffalo. But as always, bear down.